What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she deserves.
Man, are you currently using any freelancer for Spotify podcast promotion? People are well annoying.
It's because I opened it earlier. It's all right.
Every time we're like, ah!
What? Wasn't what I was
So,
expecting you to.
what we're going to do, we're going to have Juan doing it with us.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Why?
I don't know, because he puts the whole one.
Yeah, but you're doing the marathon, so...
We need to talk about you.
How is
yourself.
this any different? Or if he shits himself, I don't know if I can be friends anymore. I don't think I could be friends. Don't shit yourself, babe. Actually use the toilet. Like, use the toilet one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine?
We'll be there with our plaque at the end going, woohoo!
You don't smell very good. We're going to take the train.
We were just sitting past with like a brown stamp like that. No, I'm not staying.
Yeah, we'll leave immediately.
Yeah,
Are we going? I want to go and support him.
Yeah, I think we should.
He doesn't want us to.
I think we should.
He said about doing something after.
Yeah, he'll be going home to bed because he'll be fucking knackered.
No, I think we go and have a pint and then take him home.
Yeah.
But not if he's skidded. If he's skidded,
Oh,
he's
if
not
he's
getting in
skidded,
my
he's not
car or
getting
your
in my-
car.
Well, I won't even know him.
I won't know him either.
I'll leave before
leave
he
as well,
even gets
yeah.
across.
If I see any brownness, so don't wear brown shorts, babe, because they could be mistaken.
Yeah, you won't have a lift home.
But yeah, I feel like
We're very supportive friends.
very. So it's just me and you again for Infinity.
Or Helen said to me, for somebody who wants us all to join in, you're not making it harder every time. That's because we've done it.
Yeah,
I
we
keep
want to do
saying,
something else.
Join in with us.
I'm pretty sure those 3 connecting skull ones we will get for Infinity.
No, they're different.
Oh,
They're 3 different things. One of them is world's toughest mudder.
right.
One of them is Infinity.
Yeah.
And the other one were what was the other? Was it the Europe one?
I think you. Oh, yeah, but I'm confused because some of them, when I looked up Infinity, some of them are like Europe Infinity.
Tough Mudder is all over Europe.
I am
so
a bit
it may
excited
be-
about this one though.
It may be just a case of the Europe one maybe in this country next year by fluke. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to get some knee support.
I need a better knee support.
Yeah, yours just fell down.
Mine
That
looked
was
like a
pathetic.
welly boot.
So for anyone that cares, we've just done Tough Mudder 15k. If
We
you
have.
follow us on social media, you would have seen like the snips that
Yeah,
we've
if you
done.
followed us, you'd know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Great day, hysterical.
Smashed it though.
Yeah, and where it'd been raining, so we've done it before. We've done the 5, but this time we've done so it's 10 miles, isn't
So
it?
we did the 5k the first time we did it, which
Yeah.
actually was 5 years ago to the day
Oh, I
we
know.
did it.
It come up on my
I
Facebook.
know, so did it on
yeah,
my,
yeah.
on my
So we done it,
Whatever
and
it was.
because it had rained.
and then we did the 15k.
Yeah. So when we got
This
there,
time.
and then we started, somebody, not even half a mile in, fell.
Not
5 minutes. 5 minutes in.
not even 5 minutes. We just
Not even 5
started
minutes.
off and
We
went round
just
the corner.
started, and she only fell and like done her ankle in so bad that was it. It was over
She was
for her.
She's out.
And you
She's
paid
out
quite
game.
a pretty penny for it, so gutted.
I hope she got a medal just because she took part.
Exactly, because you'd be gutted, wouldn't you?
Honestly, I'd be livid.
Yeah.
I mean,
There
no.
were people there cutting the corners as well, and I don't really see the point in that.
Do you know what? Do you know the worst thing for me about the whole thing? Not people cutting corners or anything like that. Like, you know, that's on them.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking
But
to
for
Paul about it.
me, it was right at the beginning. You're all giving this pep talk about, you know, Tough Mudder.
Teamwork.
It isn't about
The race.
the race. It isn't about being timed. It's about challenging yourself.
Yeah.
Help a mudder in need.
Yeah.
Is what was preached.
Yeah.
And
We struggled to have any help at all.
we went as a duo.
Yeah.
And asking for help was like we were asking them to quit.
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
It was like, could you help us?
I
and they
think
were like,
it was like that the further we went on. So
and we're not talking other women, we're talking about men.
yeah. We just
It
needed
was-
a leg up
yeah, just
because some of the stuff is
boost
really
us.
tall.
It was like we really put people out.
I think we need to find a Facebook group.
Yeah, a minimum of 4 is the
Yeah.
way forward, I think.
I think even 3 though. So Helen might do it.
Helen is saying maybe, but she's not impressed that we're now going to do Infinity.
Well, she needs to step up.
But to be
She's
quite
done
honest,
London to Brighton. She'll be
do you know what?
fine.
This is it. I think that was harder, and she did that.
Yeah.
And actually, we can all do those long ass walks because we do.
Yeah.
So walking, what was it, 10 miles?
Yeah. Was fine.
It's nothing.
No.
And the only thing that was challenging was the obstacles, but actually they weren't as challenging.
It was finding someone
'cause
to
you
help
had
us
someone
get a
to
leg
help,
up. Yeah. That was the hardest part for me. Was like when we
It
come
was
to.
actually the mud that made it hard to walk.
Oh, that was the funniest part, right? So when we done it 5 years ago, people, it was slippery, but not compared
It
to.
weren't.
It was nothing.
There was
like
mud,
it was,
but
whereas-
this was slosh.
Yeah, so when people were running or walking and then their legs were giving way, I mean, I just could not stop laughing.
This was
And
like,
then
what are
they
you
had-
running from?
Yeah,
What are you running from?
Who's chasing you? I
Who's
kept asking
chasing
you.
you?
Yeah,
So
and
funny.
then people's arms were doing this because they were trying not to fall. So we were just giggling, weren't we, all the way around. Maybe that's why people would help us. We were laughing
Maybe
at
we
them.
laughed at them fall over.
But we didn't mean to.
It
It's
weren't
just funny.
personal.
I fell over twice.
It weren't personal.
Yeah, you didn't fall over
I
once.
didn't.
Yeah. And then every time my hand's in the mud, and I've actually, you can't see, but I've actually lost skin from all the top. And I don't know if it's because it got dunked so many times.
Yeah, I burnt my hands from doing the
Yeah.
monkey bar
So we're not
thing.
as bruised as we were on the 5.
That's because we did better.
Yeah, we did do better. So yeah, so we will next year be
Older,
doing
wiser.
in May. We'll be
Stronger.
doing the Infinity, which is you go round and round as many times as you
yeah,
can.
it's in 12 hours. It's
Yeah.
a 12-hour run.
So we need to take food because they only gave us
Schnick.
one mouthful. And we were like, please, sir, can we have some more? But we weren't allowed anymore.
She
were
wasn't
we?
impressed,
She
was
wasn't
she?
impressed with us when we tried. And the second time, I just took 2 bites.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I was like, I'm having that.
Yeah, the
I'm hungry.
Stop me.
Yeah, try it.
Come for it.
I don't think I would have been able to run away though.
I dare you to take it back.
And then we had these energy drinks, didn't we?
Yeah,
So the first one was Rancid. It was
blue. Anything blue's not real. Like,
No,
that's not
but the
okay.
red ones, oh, that was that was one of the best drinks I've ever had. I can't even remember what it was called.
sweet.
I
It was like
liked
a
it.
raspberry,
It was
something.
perfect for going round there. It
Yeah.
gave me my thirst back.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so we are still on the Halloween.
Kick.
Yeah.
'cause we're in October.
Yeah. So we're pre-recorded, but we are doing Halloween content. And we are just going to throw our stories out there, and they are all over from Reddit.
We haven't even introduced when you're already like going into this.
Yeah, but then I'll introduce our.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah. So then. So then, do you know, I was listening to the podcast that we've just done, and I went, no, and you went, yes, and I went, yeah, but I didn't say podcast, and you were like, we never say
We've
podcast,
never
and
said
I was like,
podcast.
oh, anyway, so.
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
No, we've
Yeah.
never said that.
So,
It's not part of it.
okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion podcast. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I am Emily. And today we are looking at anything ghosty, ghouly,
Anything Halloween.
supernatural, anything that'll give you some goosebumps.
Yeah. To fall asleep to at night.
Yeah, for those strange ones of you.
Yeah, that'd be me.
And when I sit there at night,
Yeah. Help me.
I've now got lamps in my room because
I have noticed. They're like cute. Where are they from?
I'll tell you about it later.
Do you sleep with them on?
They're magical ones.
Are you being serious?
No, they're crap.
Oh. Well, they're crap.
No, you do it on my phone.
Stop it.
Do it, the little switches on my phone.
Where from?
One. Because his whole house is techie.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, one. Where are mine, brother? I ain't been funny, but I've been well nice to you. Yeah. We even talk about you on the podcast.
Like you're
I want
involved.
some.
They
That'd
don't
be
do
cool.
that.
Yeah, but you can on your
Yeah,
phone.
he does.
Yeah, you
His
see.
whole flat is techie.
I have
It's
to
all
see
done
it.
on his
Can you invite me
phone.
round? I want to see.
On his phone or his pad, it's all weird. I mean, if something went wrong, the whole place is fucked.
Yeah, well, meaning if we hit a pop. Oh my god, right. So that's just reminded me. Yeah. So I scroll through TikTok all the time. It's like my wind down thing. So anyway, I was scrolling through, and these girls, these runners, I don't know what country they're from, all different
They
countries.
really sound disgusting.
Doing, oh no, they were brilliant. No. When I say runners, I mean cheetah speed, yeah? Proper professional runners,
Oh, okay.
yeah?
We'll let them
But
off.
do you know what came to my
They get
mind
paid
when I
for
was
it.
watching them?
Go on.
If we went into a zombie apocalypse and one of those girls get bitten, we're all fucked. We're all done. Because she didn't catch anyone. Anyone. We are fucked. If any of those girls get bitten in a zombie apocalypse, we're all fucked.
I feel like zombies turn slow though, don't they?
Well, it depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about Z Nation, they turn slow. If you're talking about World War C, then they're really quick. So until it happens, we won't
I don't know this shit because I don't watch things like that.
So I love
everything
that's
weird. Not normal.
Yeah, so but instead of being like, wow, I'm really impressed with their running skills, I'm like, if they turn to zombies, we're all gonna die.
Well, they don't know where I live, so I'm alright.
They catch you though.
They wouldn't catch me.
They would catch you. They would catch you. Anyway, back to normality. Shall I start? I've got some small ones, some big ones. And fingers crossed I've got enough. Are we ready? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Down, down, down. Right. Spooky story I have.
Thriller
night. Bow, 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 down. Bow, bow, bow. You know on YouTube we've got the thumbnails.
Yeah.
Right. So if you put the mouse over them, there's one of the videos where it takes the thumbnail off and we're just doing this. I was like, we're well funny.
It's like a standard night, isn't it?
It is. I do like when you upload a podcast and I listen to it, I do like it because I'm like, haha, that was brilliant. Haha.
I remember that.
I mean, these stories of the one that's out now, it's Yes You Are the Devil. That's out now as we're recording. Those people were out of control, babe.
Honestly,
I'd forgotten how bad.
It was.
I had forgotten how fucking bad those people were.
Out of order.
It was out of order. What about the human trafficker?
Out of order. And do you know what? The more I listened to it as I was going through it, I had more and more things to say. I was just like, mate, you're an enabler. Why are you allowing this to happen?
Same here.
Like, stop enabling her. Let her get beaten up in a prison and like
leave her be.
Leave it.
Yeah,
if she gets out alive, then talk to her.
I mean, he was helping her, and because she wanted a dress. Get over it.
Oh man, it made me mad.
Yeah, I know. When I was listening to it,
I was more mad listening to it again.
Yeah,
though.
But that is a fantastic subreddit that we will do again.
We will do.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Like, and listening to it, like I say, people are out of their minds, and I think that it's becoming less shocking. The more we do the podcast,
I still
the
feel
more
really shocked by people.
So do I, but it's like I'm getting to a point where even though I'm surprised, I'm not fully surprised like I used to be surprised. It's crazy. It makes everyone that we're with quite normal.
We are normal.
Yeah, but it makes the people that sometimes, you know, when you don't think that you're normal, but then you're like, yeah, I'm definitely normal.
I'm the normal one out of this group.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't think I've ever thought I'm the normal one out of a group, but yeah. Anyway, see my nose. It's definitely tough mudder.
It's like my throat.
My nose.
Your nose. I'm a little bit bunged up as well, like a proper head cold.
You don't think we've got a parasite, do you?
What? You mean when I got dunked in that fucking ice cold bucket of water?
Oh,
no,
mate.
I don't reckon no fucker pissed in that while we went in.
When I came,
close your mouth.
There's about 20 pictures of me in that water.
Yeah, me too. And I zoomed into all of them.
There's not pictures of us on everything.
No.
I found that quite upsetting.
Really upset.
So when we do Infinity, we need to look for the photographer. We'll take our sheets.
Well, I zoomed into me when I popped up under from that fucking, and my whole face like.
Yeah, I know, because it's an ice water, so it takes your whole breath away. And then that man laughed at me. He went, ha ha, and you went, ha ha, I heard you. We were meant to go together, but pussy hole did not come down at the same time. I had a mental
block.
I went 1, 2, and then I was in, and she was like that, and I was going,
and I watched your face, and it was great. But I wish I had, because then our photos would have been together. But still.
And then the last water, that was quite warm. in comparison.
That's because everyone had pissed in it.
Yeah, we walked. Maybe that's why we're ill.
Because we opened our mouth in the
We did. I probably drunk some. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I've had about 7 baths from there, and I still feel dry and dirty.
Yes.
Yeah, every day with the moisturiser.
It took me about 3 showers to actually have my hair feel.
Do you know what I did? While my hair wasn't that bad, I put that argan oil on my scalp.
Do you know when you lay in the bath for the first time and all the bits came out your hair? I was like, that's
I sent you a picture.
I
was like,
I saw.
And then I saw yours. I was like,
yours was worse.
It was rank.
Ah. Anyway,
you see my knee, man. I feel like a bit exposed. So you can't see my fingita.
We're all friends here.
Right. Spooky story I have. My spookiest story. When I was in 8th grade, I had a weird dream about a thin, fully black creature with no hands or feelers. Just spikes. It did have eyes and a mouth. Yeah, that was us earlier. And 3 long black spikes for hair. Its eyes were big and glowing white. Its mouth was just really messed up. Sharp teeth. The creature was stalking me through my neighbourhood. I noticed it began lucid dreaming. I think she means she began lucid dreaming. I controlled my actions and surroundings in my dream, but I couldn't control this creature. I just went along my dream doing the typical flying around, but it would just follow me wherever I went. At some point, I landed at my front door, went inside my house and locked it. I then turned around and it was in my house, just staring at me. But it was very close to me. I blinked and all of a sudden, without grabbing me, it locked me in place and I heard a high-pitched screech. As it looked into my eyes, I couldn't move. Out of panic, I woke up, but didn't open my eyes. I noticed my foot off the side of the bed and it was freezing. I didn't have a fan open in my room and it was the middle of July. I pulled my foot back under the covers and got courage to open my eyes. When I did, however, it was standing in the corner of my room, just staring at me. I sat up in my bed and rubbed my eyes because I thought I was still dreaming. I wasn't. After about 3 minutes or so, it moved to the door and just stared at me more. I couldn't tell if it wanted me to follow it, but I didn't. Then it just went through my door and it was gone. And before anyone asked, it was brand new built house with no previous occupants. No, I don't have schizophrenia, and no, I wasn't in the middle of sleep paralysis because I could move and talk. There is a part 2, but I wanted to know what you guys thought and if anyone had any similar experiences with the same character I described.
I don't feel like I've heard of anything like that sort of critter before.
Me neither.
I wasn't even sure whether this was one of your ghost stories or whether it was like a
true one.
A true one.
So, according to this Reddit poster, this OP, oh my god, it's true. There isn't a part 2 yet anyway. She hasn't, I mean, this was 4 years ago and she hasn't.
Maybe she's dead.
I mean, maybe. Now I'm back on her page.
I mean, unalive.
She posted a year ago. Let me scroll down and see if there is a part 2. What do you think, though? Do you think she was dreaming? Do you think it's real?
She thinks she woke up and it literally was in her room and then walked through or out her door.
Yes, walked out of her door.
What, and did she never see it again?
Well, I'm looking for the part 2. I'm just wondering if I've found it. After about 3 minutes or so, it moved to the door. No, but she has been asking people. It must have scared her. Hold on, we've got to help. No. she hasn't put part 2 in, but she has posted quite a few times
The same story.
the same story, asking for advice and what people think. Maybe it's a demon.
I mean, but to be so present in her company.
That makes me think demon. Somebody said, also, one time I woke up from a bad dream, but I was not sleep paralysis. I sit there calming down when I noticed the blanket was hanging off the bed. Slowly started lifting it up like a person was underneath. Oh, it started lifting up like a person was underneath. And it started to form a shape like a head. Hell to the no! Somebody else said, from my lucid dreaming, my dreams within a dream within a dream. Maybe that's what it was. I had a dream last night where my teeth fell out.
Doesn't that mean something about coming into money when your teeth fall out?
Does
when you
it?
drink? I swear that's what that dream means.
Then
I mean,
teeth fall out.
I feel like that's a Pokemon that she described. Sorry.
It does look like a Pokemon. It actually is giving me a bit of Alien vibes. You know the film Alien?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just think, I don't know. The fact that she's still posting and that it's bothered her that much.
Yeah, but has it bothered her that much, or is she just not getting enough attention on it?
There's not a hell of a lot of attention on here at all.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody
don't
else
feel
said that
like
they felt it. You know, their lucid dream said if they felt it was so real, but they know that it wasn't. But then we go back to that story about me when I had that thing in the lounge. I'm definite that was real.
Yeah,
but I still could have
that
been dreaming.
type of creature that you felt you saw
was not a creature at all.
But it was something that actually a lot more people can relate to.
Yeah.
And have
Are you
seen...
talking about the Hat Man?
Well, not the Hat Man, but like
the
dark
other one.
figure.
Yeah.
But even the Hat Man, but they're both creatures that people.
I saw somebody else talking about the Hat Man and
experience.
They don't know whether this is a good thing that comes and sees children in distress.
What, the Hat Man?
Yeah, that perhaps it isn't a bad entity. That's another theory, another take on the Hat Man.
It might actually be worth looking into.
Yeah.
If it tends to be younger people
because
or
anybody
people in distress.
Anybody that talks about the Hat Man, all the stories are very similar. So, and it's in fact, the only stories I've had read is when they are children.
That's bizarre.
It is weird, isn't it?
That would worth be looking into.
Maybe we should do that, yeah. Have a little look and see what comes up. Over to you.
No, also, I think you're right with the whole anything sort of lifting up, it gives sort of alien sort of feelings, but but then also that's the sort of thing that happens when sort of you're possessed, isn't it?
The weirdest part of the story was when she said, I don't know if it wanted me to follow it. Why would you even consider that?
Why? Yeah, that's never...
She's not getting good vibes from this thing, so why would you think, oh, where are we going? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe she's implying that she felt like it was trying to lure her.
In those horrors that I watch, what's it called?
I don't fucking know. Do you know what I saw on Instagram? Some wonderful person said, don't talk to me in October, and basically put a film up for every day of the month of October, all horrors, and I'm like, no.
I'd be like, seen it.
Scooby-Doo came up, I can watch Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I can do that one.
So
Goosebumps, I can do that one.
People know what I'm talking about. It'll probably come to me. So Dawson, right, he's this collection of horrors that I've watched. He lucid dreams. And his dreams, when he's lucid dreams, apparently there's spirits there that become closer and closer the more further you go and the more lucid your dream is, that then try and take over your body so they can come back to the living world.
Right. So the further you go into your dream,
the further away, the less
from
attached,
away from your body into the dream you go.
Yes, into the other.
The easier your body is as a vessel for something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what that, you know, it started far away and then it became closer and closer. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what.
So that is another. I mean, that's a great. The films are great. They get shitter as it goes on, but that's every sequel. It will come to me and then I'll tell you. But
you'll just blow it out in a minute, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be like,
what?
But yeah, so that again is another great theory. Go on.
Sorry, it won't open. Don't mind me. Right, it's a short one. So, actually, I found loads, and I did my usual. Haven't taken my advice or anybody else's advice. I've literally just enjoyed the idea of the title.
Yeah.
And I've saved them.
Sweet.
Okay, so that's what I'm going with. Okay, so this one is called In the Driveway. It's from Scary Encounters on Reddit. Yeah, so let's do it. So when I was about 9-10, we lived in a very old house. This was at night when everyone was sleeping. So when I was about 9-10, we lived in a very old house. This was at night when everyone was sleeping. I wasn't. I was watching YouTube on my tablet when I heard a car pulling up in our driveway. So me, being the idiot that I am, looked out the window, pulling the curtains halfway across the actual window. We had blinds, so I pulled a blind away from the window. I saw no car in the driveway, only a tall man looking straight at the window. I just stared at the man. He was wearing all black. My eyes started to sting. I ran out of my room, closing the curtain straight to my mum and dad's room. I was crying. They were asking what was wrong. I was just crying. A few minutes later, I started to tell them what happened. My dad went outside to check while my mum was hugging me on the couch. My dad came back and said there wasn't anything there. So the next day I didn't sleep at all. This was before all the other paranormal things started to happen to me. Just me, not my siblings. Scary. I am sorry.
So I have you heard of the black-eyed children?
Of course I haven't.
Do a quick Google. So he's saying he saw a black-eyed person.
Saying that he saw.
It's a whole thing, babe.
No, it's not.
You'll see in a second. It's a whole thing. It's like the Hat Man.
Oh look, Black Eyed Peas came up.
Yeah, good times. I don't think they were involved. What's he doing? Looking in?
Peering in. Like if this was any other thing else, he wouldn't have freaked me out, but he does.
Yeah, it's because of the content. There you go. So people across the globe talk about the black-eyed children, the black-eyed people. And it's like, do not answer your door. Looks good, doesn't it?
It just hurts my fucking feelings.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. But they said that they're to lure you in.
Someone's doorbell?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's a no from me.
So that is a true phenomenon. I struggle with that word. Awful, isn't it? They've been on ring cams and everything, babe.
Oh my god.
People made films about it.
It makes me feel horrible.
Yeah. Saw that on your Ring doorbell.
No, I didn't. No.
So I take it you wouldn't answer the door. I wouldn't even
I'm
talk
now
to
worried
him if I
about
were
getting a
you.
Ring doorbell. This one looks.
It's nice, isn't it? I don't know what's worse, her or her brother.
Anyway, let's move on from that story.
I now send her loads of horror stuff and weird stuff because I enjoy it. Any comments?
No, none. Moving on.
You're over that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send you some photos tonight. Ouija board experience. One night, me and my co-workers decided to play with a Ouija board.
Why?
They were bored, clearly.
There are other board games you can play when you are bored.
Well,
Twister. Get cards. That cards are safer. No, not your cards. Normal cards.
outside of work, we talked to a girl named Quinn.
Oh, she sounds normal.
Who said she was a demon.
Told ya.
She seemed pretty cool till towards the end of talking to her, we decided we needed to head
Run away.
home.
We need to go now.
We needed to head home because it was like 2 a.m. But she wouldn't let us say goodbye. You ever done a Ouija board?
Listen,
No?
no.
Until
I
we
think Tasha
promised.
got one out at her house when we were kids once.
And you went no.
I said, nah.
Yeah. Until we promised that if we ever used the Ouija board again, that we would talk to her. About a week later, the place where we worked caught on fire. So a few days after that, we go to the lake and use the Ouija board again and ask for Quinn. We asked if she started the fire, and she told us that she did. Then it seemed like
That's
Quinn.
one way to get out of work, but that's a bit extreme.
Then it seemed like Quinn got scared or overpowered because the board started acting up, spelling Zozo, and started counting backwards. We quickly said goodbye and moved the triangle thing to goodbye. About 2 weeks later, I was driving to my friend's house. I should mention that my friend was a girl I was seeing at the time, and she was cheating and using me. I did not know this at the time. I guess Quinn knew because she seemed mad, protecting and jealous. When me and my friends mentioned this girl's name the first time we used the Ouija board, so on the way to her house, I hydro flipped my truck. I don't know what that means, but
Hydro, that's
yeah. So he flipped the truck. I have to add, the Ouija board is in the truck. So people driving down the road stopped to help me get out. I climbed up and out. When the cops arrived, they made sure I was okay and said they had to write me a ticket just because of the accident. I don't have the ticket anymore because this happened about 4 years ago, but the address site of the accident was Route 666, Virginia. What do you think about that?
Was that the end of the story?
That was that. Don't do Ouija boards, kids.
Yeah, that's not a game you want to play.
It's not. I've done a Ouija board.
That is not.
Do you remember Crystal?
Yes.
Yes. So we went to. Do you remember the where the tyre shop is in Wallington? So you go further down, yeah, as if you're going down towards Wallington Green.
Yeah.
Because when we were young, right, we've discussed this. We were like untouchable. It's weird that we had no fear. So we were at some random man's house.
I went there because I was normal.
We go to this
I was at the park
random, yeah, like a normal
30-year-old.
yeah. So we're at this man's house, and Crystal pulls out the Ouija board, and we start.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, and we start doing the Ouija board, and I don't know if she was moving it or what. I mean, she might have been. She said she wasn't, but long story short, I kept saying, "Can I go?" and it kept saying no. And then I got proper hysterical because I was like, I'm going to die. This demon's going to kill me. So I got off of that, and then I thought from that moment I will never do anything so stupid like that again. So no Ouija boards in your future.
No,
yeah,
it's a
no from me as well.
Is it not Monopoly?
I like Monopoly.
I like Monopoly.
That causes rows in families, though.
Yeah, mine
not
too.
going to lie.
You know,
People get proper dramatic over it.
I like I like playing phase 10 with the cards.
I don't think I've played that.
Oh, I'll play with you later.
I like Twister.
Yeah, I like Twister.
That's brilliant, especially if you've had a drink. That's fantastic. I didn't mind the human, the
like
card
Uno,
one.
as long as you're drinking with it.
Yeah, I like Uno. What's the one with the cards where it slates you off and you've got to put your card down?
The humanity ones.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. There are some proper, like, out of control ones, but it's quite funny. Okay.
Yeah, it's a no to the Ouija board.
Yeah, no for her.
Is it?
No for me.
So, reflections. And that one over there.
They're portals.
Yeah, I know.
Watching you.
I know, that's why mine aren't opposite each other.
While you're sleeping.
That's not even funny.
At night. It's alright, you've got your lights
right.
now.
Yeah, I've got lights.
I haven't though, one.
Just saying.
Yeah, just saying, I thought we were mates as well. My God. Okay.
Anyway, reflections.
Now we know we can zoom.
I know, it helps so much. So, I have a terrible fear of reflective surfaces. A lot of people think it's a psychological thing. Like maybe I don't like them because I have a low self-esteem or something. And I let them think that because it's far easier than explaining the real reason I dislike seeing my reflection, which I'm about to share with you now. When I was about 15, my mother and I moved back into my childhood home, a place I'd always got eerie vibes from, if I'm honest. Being a very open-minded kid and having had my fair share of creepy and supernatural encounters, I understood that there was something fundamentally wrong with the place. Maybe it was the property, maybe it was the crappy little town, or maybe it was the house itself. I couldn't say, but if it felt thoroughly unwelcoming throughout the time we lived there. One night after my mother had gone to bed, my best friend and I stayed up late, scaring ourselves with ghost stories.
We'll be doing that in a couple of weekends.
Yay! And talking about supernatural, etc.
Yay!
At the time, I had a large vanity or dresser mirror in my closet. The closet was the kind that was supposed to have rolling doors, but it had no doors at all at that time. And I was laying on my bed, maybe 3 or 4 feet away from the mirror. There's a break in the conversation, and I have an odd feeling that tells me to look at the closet. I turn and look and immediately make eye contact with myself in the mirror. Only what was looking back at me was a demonic version of myself. I paused because there are ... okay? I wasn't being dramatic on purpose. She's being dramatic.
Although I don't think she is being dramatic.
All right. We don't know yet.
Oh.
My reflection slowly grinned at me. Oh, she's being dramatic. In the most threatening way I could imagine. Its eyes, what does that say?
I don't know where you are.
Scleary and all. I don't know what that says. Were tar black and its teeth were pointed. It terrified me, and I couldn't look away for a long while because I was stunned. I was intently focused on making sense of what I was looking at, desperately trying to grasp for an explanation that my startled mind could accept. Of course, there was never an explanation, and to this day I avoid reflections because I think if I ever saw that again, my mind would simply be irreparable shatter. Would simply and irreparably shatter. Yeah.
I think it was a demon.
That was a top comment. Sounds like a demon or something.
I do. I feel like it was a demon. I have heard right. So there was like this craze a few years ago where it was like sit in front of the mirror and just stare at yourself. and then people are like, oh my God, because something happens. I would never, because I know I've learned that they're portals. So other than getting ready and whatnot, I wouldn't sit and stare at myself anyway. But I tell you what else that story gave, a bit of the horror movie called Smile.
I haven't watched that either.
Have you seen it advertised? I've not watched it. Boy said it was crap.
Smile,
and then the smile is like,
yeah, no,
yes.
do you know what, I'm lying, I have watched that.
I haven't.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, the boy said it's crap, I haven't bothered.
It was I watched it, so it's crap, really, let's face it. If I managed to watch it.
Did it scare you?
Not scare me,
just made you uncomfortable.
But I was just like, oh, okay,
yeah,
this isn't.
So do you see why it's giving that?
Yeah, I do. But it's also giving me again, another bloody Netflix one where about the two orphan children with the nanny and the doll's house, which moves the people around.
That is a series.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But they've got all their mirrors covered, haven't they?
Yes. I don't know if I've seen that or not.
So I haven't even watched the first one because it started and a little girl tells the new nanny, just stay in your room tonight. Please just stay in your room tonight. And then what, you turned it off?
And
then obviously the stupid nanny gets up and goes out of her room and I'm like, nope, turn this off. It's a no.
So
the little girl's got all these figures in her little doll's house and I'm like, nah.
Do they all move and stuff?
Nah.
We're going to do dress up Halloween for the finale of Halloween, and then we're going to watch horrors. So the more gobby she is today, the worse the horrors I'm going to choose. Any suggestions are very welcome. I'm thinking Conjuring. Have you watched any of the Conjurings?
No.
Oh.
No.
What as if I do the nun, pull the breakers?
No, not the nun. I don't want to do that one.
Pull the breakers in the house and go, it's my house. Like I did to my children.
I don't want to watch the nun one.
You don't want to watch it? It's part of the series then.
What series?
The Conjuring.
Oh, I don't want to watch that.
It's so good.
Can't we watch
especially the new one.
Normal horror things.
What a normal horror thing? A werewolf?
Yeah, something that's...
I can't believe you don't like watching things that scare you to your core. I love that.
Because everything scares me to my core.
The Devil Made Me Do It was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic, mate. Especially when the snake goes down the throat.
I feel like I've seen that. I don't know.
Right.
Something else that was like really gross that I refused to watch was that the human centipede.
That was out of control. Do you know, I watched that and that disturbed me for a long time. It wasn't scary. It was just so makes me feel sick. It was just so disturbing.
See, I
took me a long time to get over that.
Purely because it's just so not real.
I don't.
It's just I can't look now because it's a fucking reflection.
It's
my
It's so that really disturbed me. That did. It got in my head and I was like, are you sure it's not true? Not based on real events? Because I feel like during the war.
Stop that.
I'm gonna have to have a look. Human centipede
is not based on real events.
I can't spell at all. Centipede. Oh look, they've made a 2 and a 3.
No, they have not.
They have.
It weren't that good, surely.
It wasn't that it was good, baby. It was messed up. Yeah, it was like a
I
real.
I think Saw 1 was messed up, and then when they went on to Saw 25.
Oh no, right. So we got to Saw 4, and then I was done.
No, I was happy with Saw 1. I thought that was fucked up, really great, and then I was
The Human
done.
Centipede films are known for their depraved and disgusting content, but they have also sparked a fascination with with body horror. The trilogy inspires German. That's why I'm Nazi Germany. There were experiments.
Experiments conducted by.
Told you. That's what went into my head because I think
from Nazi events.
Yeah, because that's had all
that's
those.
Very suggestive.
They had all those concentration camps, didn't they? And that's my point, babe. I knew that. I think because it got to me so much, it upset me so much, that I think I did a bit of research on it to try and clear my head. Like, you know, when you're like, that can't be real. And then you find out actually weird stuff like that. But then, you know, the Nazi Germany stuff, that was like out of control. Right, so this is quite a little one. Anyway, when I was about 5, I was playing on my DS. I was swearing and got it taken away. So 2 hours. So 2 hours or 2 hours. So I got bored of watching The Dark Crystal.
Oh.
So I knew...
They've made it a series now, haven't they?
Yeah. I don't... What is The Dark Crystal?
It's like a proper old film when we were kids. Like the Sketchleys.
Was it good or no?
No, it was fucking terrifying.
Oh.
You probably really enjoyed it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's with puppets. It is a Jim Henderson
I've never really liked anything with puppets, to be honest.
No, it's fucking messed up.
Might have to give it a watch.
Lucius is watching it now.
Oh, is he?
Oh, I just said his name. Damn it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to blank him out. Right.
My child.
The Dark Crystal. So I knew my DS was in the basement because they thought I never looked down there. So I go and get it from the dresser. It was one of those dressers with a mirror.
No, don't like these dressers.
And I looked. It was quite
these.
funny. You reading that one, and then I knew because I go in order because obviously we've got to get through a lot of content. And I saw the word mirror, and I thought, my God, it was one of those dressers with a mirror. And I looked into it, and I see the girl. I see this girl looked at me and screamed and ran up the stairs. So I'm now a believer of the paranormal. That's it. It was just a little short one. What do you think of that? Oh, someone went, this is harsh. Not everyone's great at reading and writing. The only comment is, but not a believer in punctuation.
That probably would have been me.
It's so mean. I wouldn't know how to do punctuation.
Full stops.
Yeah,
capital letters.
I just like
that's the simple shit.
But if you're dyslexic and that, you just don't.
Capital letters go at the beginning, full stops go at the end.
Nah, there is none.
All the bits in between are fine.
But all the things to say, she could have said something, but no. Annoys me.
I just feel like these dresses need to be burnt. Just burn, actually. I was about to say destroy it, but
I
just
miss my dressing table from when I was growing up.
It's beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. Like proper stunning.
Like solid,
crap now.
Beautiful.
Everything's plywood now.
It's just the most beautiful. But I didn't have anywhere to live at that point, and I couldn't really store it all at my mum's. But mine had the beautiful set.
Did it have 3 mirrors?
Yeah.
Yes.
It had a big oval one, and then it had these little
2 side ones. So you get a full profile when you're doing your hair and makeup. I had one of those growing up.
So beautiful.
I loved it.
Anyway, yeah, they all should be destroyed.
No, see, I'm alright with it.
All the monkeys are living in it, and then it's absolutely no.
But I told you, babe, I think if you're attracting that shit in, and I don't know, I mean, sometimes the paranormal stuff just finds you, but I think as well you've got to be a bit open to it, and I'm definitely not open to it.
No.
Definitely not open to it, because it would scare the shit out of me.
Do you think I'm open to it?
Funny, because I like watching a horror, especially if it's based on real events, but I wouldn't want any part of it. No part of it at all. I can't believe we're both ill.
Oh, I can.
All that mud inside of us.
Honestly, I have saved so many. I don't even know where to start. Right, I'm just going to go in order that I'm going
That's
down.
what I've been doing.
But I kind of want to do this one next. But
well, you're finishing us off.
What, is this my last one?
Well, I've done 3.
Okay. So
make it a longer one though, I think.
Oh, we've been talking about closets and smiling.
Yeah.
Should I go with that?
Go on then.
Oh, it's a bit longer.
Good.
Oh, I don't know if I want to though. So, the smiling closet jokester.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't need to do it that big.
Yeah. Relax.
Just in case. Oh,
it's
God,
good to know though, isn't it?
Smaller.
Look at that dryness. What is going on?
It's your old age.
Oh.
So it makes you feel better we're not as old as some others. So this one, the Smiling Closet Jokester, is supernatural encounters.
Okay.
All right. So about 5 years ago, I was friends with someone, well, we'll call Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I don't know why we must call him Sebastian. But Sebastian lived in a 2-story home a few neighbourhoods over that we used as a hangout spot. It was haunted with multiple entities like the trench coat man.
Okay.
Or ones that knock on bedroom doors and on the wall of the vacant room directly next door to you. One time, a creature knocked on the opposing side of the wall I was leaning on, and another time it mimicked my knocks. Fucking just made my heart jump.
Why? Because you heard him.
Because I saw his shadow go past.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. I didn't like it when I saw
his head.
C's face down there. No. I was like, oh.
Sorry. My child just like ghostly went past. It
Yeah.
definitely was my child though.
Too loud to be a ghost.
Sorry, I'll start again. One time, a creature knocked on the opposing side of the wall I was leaning on, and another time, it mimicked my knocks. Really freaked me out. Anyway, one day, it was just Sebastian and I in the house around lunchtime. I had just arrived, so we went upstairs to his room and started playing video games for a bit. He has a small square-shaped walk-in closet, with a normal door that to the far right side on the opposing wall when you walk into the room. Did that make sense?
Yes, I think
Okay.
I think I'm with it. Yeah.
It was to the right of the foot of his bed, which I was sitting as we played, because the TV because
Yeah.
the TV is directly in front of his bed. He says cuz. But we're gaming. Closet door is closed. Nothing unusual, but I remember my vision and focus would slowly drift towards the door at times without me fully realising like I was drawn to it. Sometime later, we go downstairs for a while, then decide to go back to his room. The closet door is now open enough to peek your head through. The opening is just a wall of darkness. No light goes into the closet. It just stops at the opening. It's the blackest black you'll ever see or know. Sebastian and I look at each other, knowing damn well it was one of them. He was always terrified of them and preferred to avoid them. I have always been fascinated by them and thought they terrified me. I've always, I don't know what that says, stoically, don't know what that is meant to say, face them, because I think it's the only way they'll back off. Otherwise they'll keep praying. So I sat on the edge of the bed, drew in an anxious but thrilled breath, grabbed the closet door and quickly yanked it shut. But it abruptly stopped halfway, nothing blocking the door, and was suddenly pulled open, which lurched me forward, bringing me face to face with this thing that slowly drew its head out of the darkness. It looked up at me and gave me a massive ear-to-ear smile looked similar to the Titan that ate Aaron's mum in Attack of the Titan. This entity also had all the incisors, points of the face like cheekbones, forehead, tip of the nose, and some of its lips was purest of white, and the lower points of the face, like the cheeks, eyes, sockets, and some of the lips was black that melt in with the surrounding darkness. All it did was look at me and smile. So I yanked the door shut and it closed. I just looked at Sebastian, who was like, it's a face it's got. I turned to the TV and we played games with no further disturbance in the day. What? It was interesting, and I don't know why it did that or what it was. Sometimes they don't haunt you like you're told about in media. It seems some just like to fuck with you. That's it.
So, hell to the no. What are the comments?
I'm not being funny, but they just stayed in that room and carried on gaming.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't. I would have moved out there and then.
No,
I'd be like, so we're leaving.
We game at my house from now on.
Yeah. Because I can't come round your house.
No, how does that kid sleep in that room at night?
No, see, I couldn't be there.
It's a no.
Yeah. And I think winding it up is never really a good idea.
No.
Like, playing tug of war and all that, I feel like you're just making this. It's like if you hit a wasp, it gets angry. It just makes no sense to me. So it's definitely a no from me.
Makes me unhappy. I don't understand.
What's the comment?
So the top one says, very interesting. Sounds like you've seen the smiling man. He's a semi-malevolent spirit that's been around for a while. According to my research, normally spirits like him use scare tactics to feed on negative emotions, and if that doesn't work, they use poltergeist-like methods to bring harm to their chosen target.
Yeah, no thanks.
Any other encounters with this specific entity or any others? Question mark. They actually responded with, that's the last I've seen of him. I have plenty of experiences with many entities though. I don't feel like you do to be doing that.
I think that sometimes that's what, you know, when I said to you about being open, I think if you're an open person to it and it doesn't fear you, then you are going to see more than say what me or you would see, because we're completely adamant that we are not interested in that at all.
Not today, thank you. So yeah, so he says that he's experienced it. I plan on making posts about specific encounters. I noticed that semi-malevolent ones always have an aura of features of black and white. I've seen one with shimmering silver and its body looking like a fuzzy blur as it walked. But not all my supernatural experiences are with entities. Sometimes it's my surroundings or vivid images in the sky. My friend and I saw a clean cut image of a skull without its jaw in the sky with the full bright moon in the centre of its left eye around 3 years ago. That's a new thing that's going on at the moment. The man in the sky. Have you seen it?
Did you see it next to the moon?
Next to the moon.
The moon, I was doing the spell underneath. Yeah. It doesn't scare me.
That's not the first picture either of
I've seen
like not
somebody in the sky.
Completely different nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bizarre.
And what about this second moon?
And it's so clear.
Yeah. Very clearly a person.
I mean, I feel like it could almost, for someone who's done photography, and it looks like it's superimposed almost.
What does that mean?
Like someone's put that image in it, but I've also seen a video where they've zoomed in and it's done it, and I wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah, it's not the only picture of somebody next to the moon. Have you seen the second moon? So we've got a second moon, and then someone has seen something hurtling towards Earth that's changed its course directory, and he's saying that is not a second moon or an asteroid, it is something else.
No.
Yeah, it's the whole thing, babe. Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, he's definitely clearly open to seeing
I've just lost it.
weird, random stuff. You've got well loads of stuff on there.
No.
But for me, it's a hell no.
Yeah. I just feel like you're asking for trouble, really.
I think so. I think if you're too open as well, you're leaving room for things to take over.
If something was in my face, grinning with sharp teeth,
Nope.
I'll be like,
No.
nah.
I'd be like, have the place.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'd just get out of there.
I'll just leave this door open for you.
Yeah, no thanks.
Bye-bye now.
Right, that's it. So, please like, follow and subscribe for more content. Until next time.
Ghosties, go away.
Ghostbusters.
You're not real anyway.
Where is that from?
Sarah.
Ghosties, go away. You're not real.
Anyway.
You know, round Sarah's, when I was round hers as a child, we heard the whole kitchen being torn apart. When we went in there was nothing. Me and her shit ourselves. We were convinced we had heard a ghost. Should ask her about it.
Ghosties,
Go away!
You're
You're not real anyway. That makes sense why she made up that tune then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was like something was going on in her mum's house.
Oh, that's not good. Look, this just fell off.
It wasn't
Timing,
good.
wasn't it?
What, it just fell off the whole thing? Maybe I didn't tighten it enough.
Yeah, but I just did.
Oh mate, my nose. It's getting more and more blocked as the day goes.
I'm gonna go get my spray. Do you want it as well?
Yeah, go on then. Hopefully I won't have a nosebleed.
Yeah, look, my twin cousin's pond is a portal. Doppelganger husband or something else.
That's good.
The smart. Oh,
You
just done that one. A same man at the basement staircase every night.
No thanks.
Someone thing outside our tent. Did I
Nope.
read that one?
No.
Shallow waters.
You've got some really good
I
ones.
got some good ones.
I'll tell you what mine are.
I'm excited. That was me sitting up doing it. I'm gonna
My
find some good ones.
My next one
She
is...
wants me to be shit up. I'll fucking shit myself
My
up.
next one is The Girl in the Bonnet, true story.
Oh no.
The Indian in the Closet, true story.
Oh no.
The Dream I Murdered.
Oh fucking hell.
Why Are My Pants in the Road?
Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl's got everything